of breath. That is sad about me. And that little bitty walk. My God, today. Look at my wings flapping here. That's okay. I don't mind. I don't even mind, girl. Speaking of wings, hey Lena girl, Grand Rising girl, how you doing, my love? Speaking of wings though, I'm just talking about wings. Speaking of wings though, I'm going to be starting a little metamorphosis series here on my subscriber channel on my YouTube. So if you're interested, you better come on over there. I'm sorry, on my Facebook channel. So if you want to catch that, come on over there. I'm actually going to be doing a live today on that, okay? Hey, Vicky. Hey, girl. Grand Rising. I'm so happy that you're here. I absolutely feel like I know you. So the fact that you're here, girl, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for all your beautiful support. I see you, girl. I see you, sis. I'm trying to wait for a little bit more people to come in because, you know, once I get to going, it's a thing. So I'm being patient here. But let me absolutely know how you are doing. I hope these comments, I hope I'll be able to see the comments here on Facebook. But so if it's your first time, let me say welcome. I don't believe in coincidences. So if you are here, it is absolutely on purpose, girl, sir. So make yourself at home, get comfortable, get you a pen and paper. I always say, if you catch me live, bring your pen and paper because I don't know what we're going to get into. And so I want you to be ready to receive at all times, okay? And so if you have something that you would like to get into, absolutely feel free to drop a comment as well. And I will absolutely shed light on whatever situation that you're going through if it is in my capacity. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be getting into the 7 stages of spiritual alchemy, okay? If you missed this lesson, it is on my YouTube page. Please go back and check it out here. So this is going to be stemming off of that, okay? Doing wonderful, love and light. I'm at work. Oh, okay, baby. Well, listen, look, I am sending you nothing but beautiful vibrations over yourself and your day, girl. It's going to be good. Lena, feeling a little bit drained, but I'm good. Why are you feeling drained? Listen, well, you better you better stay this duration here so you can pick up that vibration, girl. You already know what I'm here to do, girl. So again, I don't believe in coincidences. If you're here, it's not by mistake. It's absolutely on purpose. So catch your vibration, okay? It's yours. It's for you. Michael Allen, hey, hello, beautiful. Hey, my love, how are you doing, baby? Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Let me know how you're doing. So, like I said, today I'm going to piggyback off of one of the last lives that I did here, which was about spiritual alchemy and transmutation, okay? You absolutely, at your point, have to go in and alchemize and transmute all the negative things into beautiful positivity. Remember, your purpose is in your pain, okay? So you don't have to stay in the negative emotion of, the negative mind state of, the negative heart space of. You can absolutely go in and transmute and alchemize these powers. These things, okay? Like I said, so if you missed the last live, go back. It's on my YouTube page, but I'm going to jump in from there, okay? Now, the first thing is to understand what alchemizing means, right? Do great, queen. Thank you, my love. Thank you, baby. Sending you beautiful vibrations, baby, for your day and your life, okay? So now you have to understand, I've been listening to you since you first started. Girl, listen. So let me talk about that right quick. So I've been on this journey now. In March it will make 5 years, okay? And so over the last 5 years I've been here, but I've not been a constant presence because I was still in my becoming phase, right? And one thing about me was I felt a certain type of way about getting on and not being at my full metamorphosis. Why? I don't know, because spirit didn't design it like that. A part of the journey, right, is for the growth to be a testimony here, right? For you to witness it and all these beautiful things. So what I can say is I have arrived and we are here. And so you can absolutely expect to see me as a regular, look, did you see that light just do that when I did that? As a regular vibration in your life, in your space, because we have arrived and I am here to guide you through to your higher self, baby. So we expect the unexpected with me because we are here. Hey from Italy. Hey, baby, Grand Rising. How are you doing, my love? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I said, if you find yourself here in this space, make yourself at home. This is not by mistake, okay? So let me get into this now. So understanding what alchemizing means is the first thing. Now, I'm going to touch on a little bit here, but like I said, if you missed it, go back and watch this last video. But to alchemize something is known as the transformation of a base metal into gold. But in this scenario, it's applied to our lives. And so to alchemize is going to be you going into your past, those past experiences that hold you in a certain emotional state, negative emotional state, that hinder you from rising up. Okay? So alchemy begins with you going into what? The fire. We understand that alchemy, to be alchemized, is you have to go into the fire. So the fire is going to be these situations. Okay? To go into these situations. Once you go into this space here, also known as your shadows, right? This is where, once you find yourself here, where Spirit God will step in and begin to give you the clarity surrounding these negative situations. You must be able to go in and redo the framework around these experiences. You cannot change them, but you absolutely have to change the way you feel about them. Remember, feeling your emotions, this is how you create your reality. So as long as these things are dwelling, they keep you tethered to this lower vibration of self. Okay? So you go into these situations, you go into that fire, you stop running from, and you go into these situations and you begin to redo the framework around these experiences that have this negative impact on you. The key here, the idea here is to go in and redo the feelings, the emotion around the situation so you can rise in vibration. The only way for these situations to be turned into positive is for you to go in and gain that clarity. Now, the way the gold comes, the way you turn into gold is once you gain the clarity from these situations. Okay, you now have the knowledge and the wisdom moving forward, which means when a situation in such fashion would now find its way into your space, you now have the skills and tools that you need to handle it. So you will no longer be consumed and overwhelmed by this situation. You will know exactly what to do and how to handle it. And that right there breaks that cycle. That's a cycle broken already. Okay, so that is alchemizing. Okay, that's how you alchemize. Okay, now there are going to be 7 stages. Okay, absolutely, my love. Your pain is where your power resides. It's having the ability, right, to take accountability and responsibility over your life and all that it entails. You cannot change something that you are not aware of, nor can you change something that you do not accept accountability or responsibility for. You cannot change what you cannot see, what you are not aware of. And you cannot change what you are not in control of. And as long as these things, these past experiences, remain in the shadows, they have the power. So, yes, you absolutely have to go in and get your power. Okay? It's yours. Everything your life has absolutely happened to you for a reason. Nothing happens to you, it happens for you. And once you become the higher version of yourself and become who God created you to be, then things happen through you. You then become a miracle. Okay? Now, I'm telling you what I know here. Okay? So listen to me when I tell you these things, okay? You are beauty. Oh, thank you, my love. You don't make sense. Of course, I don't make sense to you because, again, you can only receive on the level of consciousness that you reside. So that obviously means that you are on a lower frequency than I am. So you absolutely would not understand me. And that's okay. I mean, that's a part of life, right? So now the first part of the first stage in spiritual alchemy is going to be calcination, okay? Right here, you see how when they talk about your third eye, your pineal gland, right? And how you can't see certain things. It's because it has a it's calcified here, right? It's hard. It's rock hard here. You've not come into clarity in all these things yet here, right? And so one of the first stages of alchemizing is going to be the breaking down of that. And with that comes the breaking down of that ego and that pride, that limited belief system, mind system, and heart space that you have been operating out of for so long. Okay? I need you to understand when it comes to change, love, your body, listen to me. Your body is designed to protect you. Period. Whether you are aware or not. This is where your fight or flight response comes in. Okay? So when something comes into your life, into your mind space, because remember, everything begins with the thought. So when a thought comes into your mind space, if it does not correlate with the current frequency that you are operating out of, that means it is change. And unfortunately, change registers to the system, to the body as a threat, danger, because it's unknown. It's going to be uncomfortable. That pride and that ego is part of that. Okay? Because change requires not knowing. Okay? And prideful is a very what? It's a knowing thing, and it's very a self-involved thing. So again, when it comes to change, your body is going to go into automatic fight or flight, love. It is automatically going to fight, put up resistance, deny. Do you hear me? Refuse. So you have to put all of that to the side. That pride, that ego, that because, and then with that change also comes what? That negative self-talk, that self-sabotage. Your body, your brain is going to give you every excuse as to why you cannot and should not even begin to think, less known, commit to changing anything going on in your current reality, whether it's good or not. Okay? Life is absurd and beautiful. It absolutely is, all at the same time. So the thing about it is, if you don't live it, it will absolutely live you. You have to learn how to live, because it's not presented to you as such. It's presented to you as fucking chaos. Okay? So, absolutely. I don't know frequency. Okay, so your frequency, my love, is your mood, your feeling, your emotional state. That is your frequency. What you are feeling, your mood, again. That is your vibration. That's where your frequency begins. Now, a vibration, though, a frequency begins with a thought. Okay? It starts with thought. So this is why you also have to be able to discern and decipher, right, your thoughts. This is why I tell you all the time, just because you think a thing does not mean it true. You have to go in and believe and receive what your mind is giving you. You don't allow it to tell you anything. Unfortunately, your mind is rarely going to be on your side, because what? It is in that constant fight or flight mode. Okay? I have a question. Where's my third eye? Well, if you're serious, I'll answer your question. But right now, you're not giving serious vibes at all. So until then, I absolutely will not entertain that energy. I don't operate that way. I'm so sorry. Legendary, been speaking since a while now, and I know it's true. I've been going through the cycles. What you got going on, James? Negative thoughts is absolutely a low frequency. So, let's see. Now, calcination is also represented by the fire, right? The fire that I talk about when we talk about alchemy. So that is you going into the fire, which results in self introspection and reflection. Oftentimes, people experiencing crises, traumas, life-threatening situations triggers them to go into this first stage of spiritual alchemy. But the thing about it is, and like I tell you all the time, you don't want to wait for yourself to have to change, right? You don't want to be in force. You want to be in flow. So you want to choose to make this choice to go into your higher self. Okay? Knows about. Okay, I don't know how frequency works. I just know how to. Okay, well, again, I'm done with you, sir. You guys rise through the levels of your chakra first. You absolutely do. So again, this is where alignment comes in, right? So this is a side note here. When it comes to something, you cannot speak a thing, okay? Because this is a lot of time what happens with people, and they don't understand why they're not seeing the results of the words that they are speaking. Because you're saying one thing, feeling one way, and thinking another way. Alignment is three: your heart, your mind, and your soul, right? Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit, right? It's a three thing. So if you're not receiving, if you're not seeing the results of it, it's because you're absolutely not in alignment. And again, this is a work. To get in alignment takes work. It absolutely does. For me to get on here and tell you that it doesn't, I would be doing you a disservice. And I don't believe in that. It took me too long to get here by myself. So the other part about it is, and this is why I also mentioned to you, this is why you do a little bit at a time. There's no need to try to change overnight. Change is not an overnight thing. Change is a decision. I'm sorry. Change is a choice to a committed decision over time. This is now a lifestyle. When you are walking in your purpose, That means every day, all you do is work on your gift, on your craft until it comes into fruition. It is a part of your preparation. Anything else, like I tell you all the time, is a distraction on purpose. The world out there is a distraction on purpose. This internet is a distraction on purpose to bind your time. So again, change is not an experience, love. It is a choice that you absolutely must wake up and commit to daily. And when you find yourself out of frequency, that is okay. You're not always going to be in high vibration and in the mind state, God, especially when you're first transitioning here. And that's okay, as long as you're able to return to that assumption. Okay, change requires an identity shift. Okay, that's how you manifest. That is how you quantum leap, paradigm shift, to be born again, to go into your higher self. It is an identity shift. You absolutely are not going to see these things immediately. That's where the problem lies here. You want that instant gratification, or you don't want to change until you see the results of the thing. If you understand that you are the creator of, you understand that change happens inward first. And once that identity, that assumption is assumed and held, despite of the external, that is when these things come into manifestation. That is when you see the results of, the fruits of, the harvest of. Okay? And it's hard, but I'll be damned if I give up on yourself. Well, okay, so let's talk about it right here. Because that's how my journey began. I got tired. I absolutely got tired of playing with myself, because that's what it boils down to. Because at the end of the day, every day that you wake up and you choose that old version of yourself, you are standing in your way. Every day that you wake up and you lie, portray, you're lying to yourself. Every day that you allow people to mistreat you, mishandle you, you are mistreating and mishandling yourself. And that's when something in me shifted. I'll be damned. Not only that, I tell you this all the time here. I remember the day I looked in the mirror, God, and I did not recognize the person standing in front of me. I had become so hard, so calcified here, God, because of all the experiences that had accumulated in my life that were unprocessed, because I did not know how. And so I was stuck in that old version, in that old victim, in that old story of myself. And that's what I told, and that's what I lived by on a daily basis. But then at the same time as of me not recognizing myself, I could also see the person who I used to be, because there is some goodness in there. There was a pure form of me at one time. There was a healed version of me at one time. But like I said, over time, she was lost along the way. And then, so now I'm looking at a person I don't recognize, missing the person who I was, God, and yet I could see the most beautiful version of my damn self I had ever seen in my life. And here she sits, because this is her. Let me just say that right quick. Let me throw that in there right quick, because this is her here. I made it my business. Do you hear me? I put this on everything I love. You can listen, my children and everything. You have to understand, you are on your own journey here. You can't help nobody else. You can't do nothing for nobody else, God, if you're not putting yourself first. And life, again, doesn't present that way. Because people, places, things, the need for you becomes so overwhelming that you give all of yourself away. And when it's time for you to breathe life back into yourself, there is nothing there to give. There's no life, there's no air there to breathe. Hmm. So let me tell you something, Lena, here. Whenever something goes on in your life, oh God, that's what I want you to pull from right there. I'll be damned if I give up on myself. And you refer that to every situation in your life because, again, it can't happen unless you allow it. That's taking your power, my love. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry. Let me go to these comments right quick. Okay, you got to rise to the levels of, okay, yes, absolutely. What's your opinion on Christianity? Well, I used to be Christian. I tell you this all the time. I came from Christian. I know God, right? I absolutely love God. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't be here without. But it's now that I've come into my journey here, my awakening here, and so like I tell you all the time, I have a wider now perception, right? I understand that I am a spirit having a human experience, and so when it comes to Christianity, I have no thoughts or no qualms about any religion. First of all, I absolutely understand that we are all different individuals. We are living in this same world. We could be sitting watching the same movie, my God, but my perception and your perception are not going to be the same, nor is God, spirit, whatever it is that you believe in, going to communicate to me the way that it communicates to you. We were all created for something different. So when it comes here, I have no judgment. I don't care what religion you are, where you come from. That is none of my concern at all. My only concern here is to give you this light here. I absolutely also understand that when it comes to religion, listen, I have practiced, well, research, let me say Buddhism, okay? Hermeticism, oh God, I can't even think right now. Christianity, the universe, okay? Buddhism, right? You have oh God. Listen, I can't even wrap my mind around it all right now. But what I'm trying to say it is, what you will find is the things are the same. Most of the things are the same. They're just being said and expressed in a different way. And unfortunately, the way the world has been set up and designed is to create separation. And so when it comes to religion, that religion creates separation because it creates a box that you don't navigate outside of. And so if you're not navigating outside of this box and you're only operating out of this space, that means you can only experience a certain thing when there is a whole other realm to be explored, right? Because you have to understand, spirit is omnipresent. Spirit does not only entail God, spirit entails the universe, spirit entails Mother Nature. Oh God. So again, the spectrum is wide. And so fortunately for me, God opened me up and showed me this. And so I am allowed to understand and be able to go in and out these spaces and see the oneness of it all. And so I just kind of weave it all together. That's how I guess that would be the best way for me to explain the way that I live and my view on religion or whatever it is. Now I'm in a better place away from negative people. I can read people and can read what they want to know. Well, you're absolutely an empath then. And so to be an empath, I'm an empath. And well, when you're unaware of this, it is draining. It is absolutely draining because you give so much of your energy away. Your energy is exerted so much on a daily basis. And it's also because you are energy. We are energy. right? Everything is energy. Everything, every person is energetic. And so, you being an empath, that means these energies see you and they just latch on to you. And it's also because I need you to understand this, there is something, an energy, a word, something that you absolutely can give to these souls. So be mindful of that though. But you always want to conserve some energy for yourself. You never empty out your vessel and don't have enough to pour back in to yourself. Okay? You got tears pouring down my face. Oh, my love. Look, come here, girl. Come here. Come here. Bring it in. Come on. Hurry up. Girl, I got you, girl. Let them fall, my love. That is a beautiful form of release. Let it go. It's no longer needed for where you're going, baby. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? Remember, you're not by yourself. And whenever you feel like you are, think about me. Okay? Hit that. Go to one of these places, get on one of these videos. Okay? Hit that inbox. Okay? Yeah, you're not by yourself, my love. Oh, okay. Hey, baby. How you doing, King? Grand Rising. Let me say thank you. Because I see you, your continued support, and the fact that you be showing up for yourself. Listen, I'm here for it, and you too. So, Grand Rising, how are you doing? How's your day going? Okay, what do you practice? Well, I mean, I practice a lot of things. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm a life coach, so I am absolutely a life coach. I actually, since we're talking about it here, right quick, just opened up my website. So if you're interested in a one-on-one, right, or in a package, go on over to my post here and you can book a session with me. So yeah, I'm here to illuminate your path, baby. Right, everything changed, so too, yeah. But remember, change starts inside first. You cannot expect anything or anyone around you to change if you are not, I'm sorry, assuming change yourself. You cannot change anything outside of you without it happening on the inside first, love. Remember, your world, just think about it here, right here and there. Everything that you are experiencing right now, everything that you have right now began with what? A thought. You thought about it first. Before you had it, before you did it. It was a thought in your mind. Learn what thoughts you are accepting and gravitating to. Okay? Now, number 2 is going to be dissolution. Okay? This is going to be the part where you now go into, okay, because we just went through calcination, okay, that's the fire. Now you're going to go into your fire, those emotions, and begin to, first you have to identify it, right? Because remember what do we just know? You cannot change what you are unaware or do not accept accountability nor responsibility for. So you absolutely must go into that shadow, those shadows, that negativity, those emotions holding you back, and identify what and where your blockages are so you can begin to remove those things. And remember, it's not necessarily removing, we are reframing them so we can change up that emotion connected to it so you can rise up. Okay? So that is going to be step 2, the dissolution of, the dissolving of. Now, in that dissolving, right, you're absolutely going to feel like you're losing something here, whether it is time outside in this distraction or whatever it may be. It may even be material things, because again, part of rising up, you cannot rise up as long as something is holding you back. And so you absolutely are going to have to begin to let go of certain people, places, and things. Right? So don't ever think of it as you're losing something. You cannot lose what belongs to you. That's the first thing. Nor should you continue to lower yourself to hold on to these things that you feel are a part of you. You have to allow yourself to rise, and whatever is meant to be is going to be required to rise with you. So again, there is no loss there at all. You focus on what you have left. And I'm going to give you a little side note here. When you get to this space, think about what I'm saying right now. When you were born, you were created in your entirety. So that means anything that you will ever need, have, require, desire in your life is already in you now. You just don't have access to it yet. There is nothing outside of you. You are whole. You are complete as is. You just don't know it yet. Okay? So that is going to be number 2. Okay? And it can be very dark. Yes, it can. You know, listen. I've been in the, oh, well. Yes, very dark. Very, very, very dark. But you understand that you are a certain soldier here, right? God created you for a certain path, and so you go to those places. You went to them places on purpose. Okay? So, are you saying, somebody is saying turn on the light and it can't get better? You mean you won't turn on the light in here? Is it dark? Yeah, so, and balance. You absolutely have to find a balance in this thing here. It is not easy to walk in the spiritual while being present in the physical. Okay? You are dealing with the invisible. Okay? This is where your free will comes in, though, right? This is where your free will comes in, though. This is where you understanding how powerful you are, and that you absolutely are the creator of your world. You cannot live in a world that you do not create. Let me say it like that. Whatever world you experience, whatever your reality is, it is your creation. This is coming from you, from your frequency. This is a result of. You don't experience time in the present moment. Time is experienced in the past moment. Let me give you an example. It is 10:54 right now. We already know what happened at 10:53, but you absolutely have no idea what is going to happen at 12. I'm sorry, let me redo this again because I done said the wrong time. Right now it is 12:54. We already know. We know what happened at 12:53, and we know what's happening at 12:54, but we have no idea what's going to happen at 12:55 because it has not happened yet. So to be concerned and to be so caught up about this moment that hasn't happened yet is a part of your distraction. This is why you should not be focused on the future. Why not? Because you create the future in the former. What you are doing right now, the experiences that you are having right now, are absolutely going to determine what you experience tomorrow. This is a part of creating the latter in the former. This is a part of understanding that you live in the past, the present, and the future at the same time. You are a multidimensional being, which means you can go from versions and versions and different versions of yourself from whatever time you want. Let me give you another example. How many people have been at the top? I have. Oh God, I definitely have. I've had some beautiful experiences in my life. And I also know that it doesn't matter how good it feels or looks at that top, at any moment you can fall to that bottom. Life is a constant up and down, up and down, up and down. The way to master life is to be able to remain in your vibration of your higher self at any moment, with any situation. And to understand that when it goes down, it can't stay down forever. At some point, it has to come back up. And the lower it goes, the higher it comes back up. Okay? So the only thing you should ever be concerned about is what is happening right now. And every time you choose outside of that old version of yourself, outside of that old mindset, outside of that old heart and soul space, you are creating something new. You are creating a new vibration. That is you operating out of your higher frequency. Listen, I'm going to give you a little exercise right now. I'm going to give you an exercise right now. Spirit just gave me the Spirit said, tell them. Okay, listen, here we go. I want you to pay attention. I want you to purposely decide on something that you want to do different today. Once you decide that thing that you want to do different today, I want you to commit to that. But at the same time, I also want you to pay attention at how many times that specific thing is presented to you in this day. Because I guarantee you, because this is how the world works, you're going to be presented with that damn thing that you just decided to change, and you're going to be presented with an opportunity at that higher vibration. So depending on what vibration you choose will be exactly what you will experience. This is a great exercise for you to do so you can see how powerful you are. So please do that. And when you do it, let me know. Let me know. Inbox me. Drop a comment down here. Come back to this video, but let me know. This is the way the world works. Nothing happens by mistake. All day long, you are presented with two frequencies, the lower frequency and the higher frequency. Situations pertaining to the lower and situations pertaining to the higher. And depending on what version, what radio station you tune yourself to, that's going to be what you hear. That's going to be the movie that you see. That's going to be the music that you hear playing. This is why I tell you, when you wake up in the morning, you have to choose your frequency. You either choose to get up and experience the same old bullshit, or you get up and choose that you are absolutely going to ride this high road here. Today, I was just thinking that believing you know who you are and putting it into the world is nothing more than playing at being an ideal's imitation of your past, because we change every second. You're forever changing. Forever changing shit. I got so sick of her yesterday. Listen, I was so sick of me yesterday, okay? Because what happens with change is, what happens when you are in alignment here, you tapped into divinity here, right? And so when you connected to the source, you become the source. And well, hell, I don't care what I'm doing here. All I have is idea, oh God, after idea, vision after vision. Oh God, I'm trying to lay down and can't lay down because I'm laying down writing. I'm laying down trying to go to the bathroom. I'm on the toilet, God. trying to record a video. I mean, listen, it's a never ending. Oh God, you talk about abundance, because see, this is what wealth is. This is what abundance is. This is what prosperity is. It's to have an endless supply to creation. If you have an endless supply to creation, that means you are always, oh God, always, oh Spirit, why are you doing this to me on the line here? Wait a minute. You are always producing. You are never without God. Oh God. All you got to do is cut on, oh God. Come on, Spirit. Cut the water on here. Oh God. Thank you. Thank you. My God. This is understanding God is, I am. There's no separation. Oh God. This is what you call fulfillment here. This is what you call completeness here. This is what you call oneness here. Ooh. Ooh. Every man. Let me tell you this here. Now, I've already told you here. I've already practiced, studied, researched here all these different religions and esoteric things, and let me tell you one thing that stands between them all. Every man was created to become the highest vibration of self. That is the secret. That is the secret. But many don't know how to do it because you were born into this goddamn distraction here and got stuck. Oh God, this is why you will live your life and see all these people to die, but to never have lived it all, because they didn't wake up. If you don't wake up, you're not living, you're existing. You're taking up space here, but you're, oh, well, hey, I can't do nothing but tell you the truth. If you're not growing, you are currently dying. Any living thing that is not growing is dying. So if you're not expanding, if you're not learning, God, oh God, if you're doing the same thing every day, if you already know what tomorrow is going to be because it's going to be the same damn thing you did today, time is the most precious thing you have. You don't know how much you have left. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. If you don't want to hear the truth, don't come over here, because I am not a liar. Because to lie to you, I would have to lie to me first. And I don't play about me. I will not. No, I won't be able to do that here. So, hey. Hey. Dorian, listen. Come to, hey. I love your vibe. I love your vibe. You are the vibe. Again, and if you found yourself here, you just found your home. Welcome. Welcome. Ain't no such thing as a coincidence. Telling you. As I'm sitting here in the backyard grounding, 3 ravens just flew by in a V, and babe, just what did you feel? You see what I'm saying? So look, you see how you just caught that? Write it down. Look, because I'm finna write it down. Write it down and go look it up. Spirit just told you something. You just received a message that's only for you. Come on, Spirit. Work here. You told me to get on, right? Here we are. Get this work. This is why I tell you all the time. You have to pay attention. Okay? Spirit is talking to you all day long, and it is in the most amazing ways that are going to blow your fucking mind. I'm telling you now. So you look up everything you just told me. What you said? Because I'm not playing with you. Let me go back in. You said what? Ravens. Look up ravens. That's going to be the first. You got me right on my paper here. You're going to look up ravens. You said 3, the number 3. What did you say about number 3? Okay. Number 3 represents alignment here. Don't make me pull out my numerology. Don't make me do it here. Because this is your message to decipher. But look, now I kind of want to go through it here with you because I want to see if you can see if you have the ability to decipher this here. But I know that you do. So 3 ravens. What you say? And a V. And a bee just buzzed by. I didn't see that part about the bee. A bee is the most high vibrational animal in the planet. Nothing vibrates higher than a goddamn bee. You, oh shit. Yes! Oh, I love this. Look it up, okay? Now, I'm getting excited here. Let me calm down, God. Because, you know, I keep telling y'all here, at any moment here, I am just expecting myself to goddamn start floating. Oh, God, listen. Because it ain't nothing else I can do here, okay? I live up there. Way up there, okay? It's like I had 44 after every... Look, I'm 44 years old. Oh, and 4 plus 4 equals 8. 8. See what I'm saying? Here, you got to understand how to do this here, how to do this math here, right? And all these things. This is a part of your creation. This is a part of you not only becoming, but a part of how you create. Oh, God. Remember, you're dealing with the invisible. God is invisible. Spirit is invisible. You got to pay attention to your signs and wonders here. Okay? Oh, I'm excited. Okay, let me calm down. You know, it don't take me much to go up. Okay? I'm already up. Infinite. Listen. Endless. Endless. Here. Oh, whew. Man, you see, I just had a moment. I'm telling you, man, I will never forget. I was sitting at work one day, right? Because Spirit has, and they don't come. And that's the other thing. Again, you dealing with God, you dealing with Spirit. God makes promises. Oh, shit. Oh. Whoa. God makes promises. A promise is something that is going to eventually happen. Oh, God. Oh, a promise is something that will eventually happen. No man in the Bible acquired a promise immediately. It happened over years. You got 40 years in the wilderness. Oh, God, 400 years in slavery here. A promise is something that will eventually happen. That is inevitable. So when Spirit gives you these promises, man, say, it comes in bursts, right? It comes in bursts. I remember the first time I saw this myself here. It was 5 years ago. I was laying on the couch. It was in March of 2021. I was a hot ass mess still just starting my awakening. And oh God, I was laying there meditating. This is when I first learned how to meditate and all these things. Like I tell you, I didn't know shit about nothing. I still don't know nothing. All I can tell you is what I have experienced and lived and know to be absolutely 100% true, because Jesus told me and I believed it and received it, and here we are. That's all I got. I don't have nothing else. I don't have nothing. I was never good in school. You know, I'd have been in prison and all these things here. All I got is truths. Okay? 5 years ago, laying on this couch, and I had a vision, and I will never forget. I jumped up and I was screaming, God. Screaming. So excited about what I had just saw. Wasn't nowhere close to this shit. At the fuck up. But my God, I felt it. I felt it. You hear? It hit my spirit in the midst of my mess. In the midst of my darkness, I saw that light. I saw it and I held it. And every day, without me being conscious of, because again, I wasn't here yet. I didn't realize till now that in the midst of, again, your darkness, and it look like ain't nothing moving, God is always moving. You ain't never not by yourself. It is just up to you to whether you want to be present with God or not. My God. And over the years, just glimpses and glimpses and glimpses. And so, like I said, over this 5 years, despite of the external, because life is going to life, you're going to have to go through these tests and trials in the midst of your becoming, so you can show God. This is you showing spirit, God damn me, your commitment, your sacrifices to yourself. Oh my God. My God. I walked away from my children. Do you hear me? I've walked away from everything to become this here. So, oh God, I don't even know how we got here, Jesus. Well, but you using me here. So here we are. And so it's just, like I said, just glimpses and glimpses, and over years and over the years, and just glimpses, these beautiful glimpses, but that commitment, that free will, that surrender, when I talk about, that's an inside thing. You got to deal with this out here. But I'm going to tell you what. Because the dissolution of step 2 here, that's them ashes. Remember, it's always beauty after the ashes. It says that in this Bible, don't it? This here is no different what I speak about. I call it, you see what I'm saying here? You can call it alchemy and transmuting, all these things, but it's going to be called something different here in the Bible, where we're talking about the same thing. We got to come back together here. Come back to why we were oh God, we got to get back to this love here. And so every day I was showing up for myself, even when I didn't know it, because that conviction, that when them visions, every time I got a vision and it hit my spirit, God, I held it. I held it. I held it. And I'm telling you this. Whew, God. I have been on my own since I was 11 years old. I emancipated when I was 15. I know nothing more but to do hard things. It's all I've ever known. It's all I've ever done. And when I tell you now that I understand that those hard things, that essay, that domestic violence, the homelessness, the prison, the drug addiction, I wouldn't trade none of it for the world, because had I not, I wouldn't be. And I know what this is, because I created this. God created this. I remembered who I was and chose to do that. I refused to. All I kept thinking about, one thing that I would say was heavy on my mind, is I would wake up and think about, shit, if today is the last day, like if today is it, would I be satisfied with myself? And I was not. I absolutely was not. I absolutely was not. My stomach is doing numbers right now. That's all you needed was happening spiritually before it manifested in the... Yes, this is what I'm trying to tell you. And so these beautiful glimpses that you've had about yourself, these beautiful visions, these ideas, it's not by chance. All you have to do is believe it. You have to believe it to give it life. Once you believe it, that energy, that creates life. Attention goes where attention flows. So every day, despite, I don't care what vibration you operating in, always pick you, that higher you. And I'm going to tell you now, you're going to get to a point in your life, like I'm saying, well, you become a blessing, right? You become a miracle. You become the light. You whole, you complete, and well, you live in another place here, right? I don't even know where that came from. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Why you did that? Oh, well, I'm back. Look, I'm back. Oh, because that was just, I didn't have nothing to do with that here. Oh, God. Well, wow, look, wow, that was kind of cool. No, well, this is what it looked like. Shit. So, this is what it looked like, okay? It was all a part of who God made you to be. Yes, I had to. So, like I said, I wouldn't change for the world. None of it. None of it. Absolutely none of it. So again, you're never losing anything. I said that's how we got there. You're never losing anything, okay? Now, number 3 is going to be separation. This is the release of what or who you thought you were, and you begin to discern your time with your authentic self, right? Who you are truly becoming. So there is absolutely going to be it's going to feel like an empty space, a void, because you're going to have to go through the part where you are no longer who you were, but you're not yet who you're becoming. Let me say that again. You're going to go through that space where, that void where you're no longer who you were, and you're not yet who you're becoming. So you're in that in-between space, okay? And in that in-between space, you absolutely are going to feel separation. It feels like separation because you are in your cocoon, okay? That's what the live is going to be. I'm not going to go into too much on this because this is going to be my subscriber live here. Facebook here, this metamorphosis series here, but that's your cocoon. That's your solitude. That is a part of the releasing, right? And so when you're releasing, when you're taking off of when you're shedding your old skin, of course, you're not going to want to be in an old space with new clothes. What it say in the Bible? You can't put new wine in old bottles, ain't it? See what I'm saying here? So you're going to find yourself in this solitude space here. This is a part of the becoming. This is a part of the letting go. The letting go. And the assuming of what is not here yet. Because you can feel it. You just can't see it yet. Okay? So you absolutely must hold that frequency. Okay? We are transition. Yes, we absolutely are. Transition, transformation. Listen, so many beautiful things. The most beautiful creature ever created, if you could understand how to operate your vessel. Because that's where the problem comes in. That's what makes life unpleasant. You don't understand it, nor understand how to live it in the fullness of. That's what makes life unpleasant. So when you learn how to live it, listen again. You are the most beautiful creation. You're the greatest treasure. Listen, this is one of my little quotes here that Spirit just gave to me the other day. The greatest treasure one will ever discover. How does it go? Wait, how does it go? Let me see. Hold on. See, because I write stuff down. See, listen. Don't say I don't tell you. So the greatest voyage one will ever take is the journey into oneself. And that is a BeLegendaryMama quote. Okay. Look, I have to copyright that. That is the greatest journey you will ever take. My God. If you understood what the fuck was inside of you, excuse my language, I'm sorry. Like, you wouldn't want to do nothing else. Like I'm saying, I spend 7 days out of the week by myself the majority of the time. I already told y'all I don't have any friends. Okay, I don't go out. I don't watch TV. But if you can see, well, I'm always busy here, right? Because look, hold on. Yeah, yeah. See, cause I understand that I'm the greatest child. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, no, what? I'm not. You think I'm kidding? Hold up. No. Yeah, I understand. I'm the greatest treasure that I will ever find, and that's coming out of me is gold. What? No, I'm not never bored. I always got something to do. It's always something to be learned or discovered about your damn self. What's in you? Because again, you have everything you will ever need in your life to be the millionaire, the billionaire, the business owner, the muse, the artist, the whatever it is you want to be. You got to shit. You got So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Yeah. So no. Listen. Everywhere. Don't worry about it, girl. I know what I got. What? So again, right? Priorities. Priorities. Right? It's a book in you now. It's something in you now that only you have. Let me give you one more little example, because this is what Spirit showed me today. If everybody lived in their purpose, let me show you how beautiful the world will be. Because that means, okay, so who we have on here? Tiffany. I don't know how to say your name, so I'm gonna say, who's this? Dorian, Fade. Okay, Lena. Listen. Let's say we were all living in our purpose right now. So that means if we were all living in our purpose, because see, we got one job. You got one job. You have one job. Spirit created you for one, something very specific. And so again, whether you figure it out or not is on you. So if we all were walking in our purpose, that means we will all specialize in one thing, right? And so you see how we're all in this space right now, because the way the world works, when you in alignment, right, and you operating out of purpose and all these things, you don't have to look or search for what you need. It's always available. It will find you. And so let's just say, for instance, like I said, we were all walking in our purpose and stuff. That means I would have something, and we do. I don't even know why I'm saying we would. No, we do. That means I have something to give to Tiffany, and Tiffany has something to give to Dorian, and Dorian has something to give to Lena. Lena has something that Okay needs, and it's just this beautiful, harmonious thing. You see what I'm going? So that means every step that you take, you would always be where you were supposed to be. Oh, God. Whenever you needed something, you could just look around the room, and it'd already be in there. That's what life was created to look like. That's how we will be living. But, well, due to separation, right? We're not experiencing what we were created to experience. Now, the way for you to experience what you were created to experience is because you would understand that there is a whole universe inside of you, a whole world that you absolutely have the power. You were absolutely created to build, design, and leave behind. Everybody has a legacy. Okay. Now, the next thing, number 4, is going to be conjunction. Okay. And conjunction is going to be where the healing, harmonizing, and the synchronizing begins to happen. Okay. This is where the purest elements of your inner energies and self turn into a unified whole. Right? Because now you have that clarity, that understanding of why you had to experience that terrible thing that happened to you. And so now that you have the understanding of it, that negative emotion that you had attached to that experience begins to fall away. And now there's light shining on it. So guess what is beginning to happen here? You are alchemizing. You have just removed that hindrance that was keeping you tethered here to this lower vibration. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Look, are you picking up what I'm putting down? That's how that works. And then when you get into this beautiful space, listen here. You're not operating out of these five senses so much here. Okay, then five senses are distraction. Then five senses allow you to feel what's tangible now, right? So that makes the experience real to you. I don't give a shit about those five senses. That sixth sense is where it's at. Okay, that's where they don't get me started. Let me calm down. So this is in this space is where you're going to notice you're now beginning to step away from that logic, because you understand that logical mind is what kept you bound for so long, right? And so this is where, like I said, that sixth sense, oh God, that spirit, right, is beginning to waken up that soul. Okay. That soul beginning to wake up. And so you are now beginning to operate out of your intuition and your feeling and your vibration and your energy, the way that you were created to. And so now you will begin to also notice that you are beginning to balance out. This is where you start experiencing that balance, love. Who was that earlier that mentioned balance? Let me go back and find this right quick, because somebody mentioned this. Who was it? Where are you? Come here. Balance, Dorian. This is where you begin to see that balance, okay? Okay, you see what I'm talking about? Yes. So that is going to be number 4. Now, number 5 is going to be the fermentation. Okay, that's what number 5 is called, fermentation. And this is when, well, that old self dies. Because remember, we were just in that middle space. You're in that space of where you're no longer who you were and you're not yet who you are becoming, right? And so I'm going to tell you now, in that space, that old self is going to show up and show out. This is a side note here. It can't do nothing, but it is dying. Okay, you absolutely will experience grief of your old self. Okay, I'm gonna tell you now. Yeah, you gonna feel that. You're gonna feel it. You're dying. Everything you've ever known, you've ever believed in, the world as you know it is going away. You are going somewhere. You have just committed to go to somewhere you've never been. You don't know who's gonna be there, what's gonna be waiting for you, how you getting there, how long you gonna be there. Oh God, you don't even know why you going. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of emotions. There's going to be some fear in there, right? But fear is only fear because what? It's out of control. It's not in your control. You don't know. Okay, so I'm going to tell you one thing about spirit is you got to get used to surprises. Every day I wake up is a goddamn surprise. Okay, I don't have no plans for nothing in my life. My life has no plans because I'm not going nowhere spirit does not send me. I do not work a 9-to-5 job. I don't listen. I have completed, listen, you hear me? No, I have completed transition here. I don't want no parts of dealings with the world. I have no interest, okay? So, no. So, like I said, this is that space where now that old self is now, this is the end here. She's leaving. He's leaving. So like I said, it might be some grief in there, some fear, some anxiety, some confusion. Hold your mule. Don't you move. Don't you move. Uncomfortable is growth. As long as you're uncomfortable, you know you growing. You know you still alive. That's how I know I'm still alive. If I'm uncomfortable, my God. Because if I'm comfortable, I'm dead. I'm too ain't nothing happening. My soul ain't shaking. Ain't nothing shaking in my spirit here. So like I said, just plan to commit to a lifetime of surprises here, a lifetime of the unknown, the spontaneous. That's what I was looking for. But I've been spontaneous my whole damn life. Anybody can tell you. I've always listened, waved in a wind, and beat to my own drum. But it makes complete sense now because I am who the hell I am, who God created me to be, and I understand that now. So sorry. When that old self is now, he's now leaving. So that new self can get into position. Okay. This is their switch over. So now the new self is in the vessel. Okay. Woo! Now remember, what I just said, that old self gonna show out. Okay. He's gonna fight. She's gonna fight. I'm gonna tell you now. I fought. She fought. The old me. Oh God. She showed her ass. But I could expect her to do nothing less. Cause that old me, she was something. She's a resilient something. She's a strong something. You know what she been through? What? So expect that fight. Expect that fight. But this is where you're going to now emerge with heightened spiritual energies and be self-refined. Okay, this is, like I said, you've come into, so it's different. It's different. You got to get comfortable in this space and to navigating your new space. Take it easy. Don't do too much too quick, because what'll happen is, if you get to doing too much so quick, what's gonna happen? You're gonna knock that newness out, and that old gonna come right on back in. Okay. Up in ethers activations. I swear you're describing my last week. Well, girl, I keep telling you, you're supposed to be here. This is what happens. Take it as a sign. When you where you supposed to be, this is the kind of shit that happens. Okay. It's so amazing though, right? It feels so good. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what. I have reached, like I said, a new level of just happiness. I was already happy. But now, I mean, oh God, oh God. Because I understand that all I need is this. All I need is me. All I need is God, and God is in here. And if I'm not separate from God, and as God is in me, that means I have everything I need all day long, in any moment. Oh God, it don't get no better than that. Oh, all I have to do is just go into myself, and I am. Do you hear me? I don't want to be without spirit. I don't want to be nowhere spirit is not. I agree with the let nothing stop your mood. Well, because if something stops your mood, at that moment your mood shifts, everything shifts, because your mood is what creates the experiences. So when your mood shifts, the experiences shift. So say you were in a great mood and you just allowed somebody to come and shift your whole mood, and now you in a bad mood, you just blocked your blessing that was on its way. Because you weren't able to withstand that wind, that gust of wind. That's why I'm telling you to do that little exercise that I just gave you. Pick your vibration for the day, the thing you want to focus on, the thing you want to change or whatnot, and watch how it just keeps coming in. Here you go, and it's crazy here. It's not crazy though, because again, this is you observing. You become the observer, and you see these things. And when you can see it coming, you can avoid it. When you see it coming, you know how to handle it. When you see it, when you know it, it's different when you see and know something. So now that you have this seeing and you have this knowing, when you get in certain situations there, you absolutely going to ask yourself, why am I allowing this? Because you knew better. You absolutely knew better. You've already experienced it. So for you to allow yourself to stay in that loop, that is a choice. You are choosing to be there. And how dare you complain about something that you choose in your life for your experience to happen to you? Another confirmation. These birds, messengers at stop chirping since I got on your live. Look it up, look it up, look it up, look everything up. I don't care if you sitting here, because I'm this, listen. You could be sitting here minding your business or doing something and you just think about a damn rock. Or, just whatever it is, the most random thing. That's spirit talking to you. Write it down, look it up. And when you look these things up, look up the spiritual meaning, the biblical meaning, the regular meaning. Like, look them all up. Like I said, just watch it. And again, it is the most beautiful thing to be talking. Like, God is talking directly to you. Like, and you understand it. It don't get no better than that. Who in the hell is what you want to be listening to? Like, you would rather listen to man over the creator, over source? You silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. It's like, what? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, let's see. If we ourselves are constantly changing, don't you think believing in ourselves is a bias? It's like deceiving ourselves with outdated ideas. No, it depends on what idea that you are believing in. That's what I'm trying to say. Your brain, your mind is not your friend. Let me say that. Your mind is not, you are not your friend. Right now, you do not have your best intentions at the forefront. So, if anything, I don't trust you. Shit. Don't trust yourself. No. So this is why I always speak about, again, the observation of thoughts, right? Being the witnesser of your creation and these beautiful things here. But the only way, again, to be able to do these things is you absolutely have to rise in consciousness, though. So, and this is the other thing. Remember, it's whatever you think. It is whatever you think. Whatever you think, whatever you believe, that is what it is. This is why going in here and doing your work here, this is the whole point. You want to remember who the fuck you are. I'm sorry, I did not mean to say that. You got me hot. You just supposed to remember who the fuck you is, okay? And so, I mean, at your core, I mean, under the layers of shit that has been, because you're so calcified here. I mean, there's layers and layers and layers upon experience after experience, trauma after survival. Oh God, guilt after shame. Oh God, now there's the embarrassment. Do you see what I'm saying here? So, discerning and deciphering your thoughts to understand that spiritual warfare is a very real thing. You are they fighting for you right now. There is a war going on for your soul right now, and until you pick a side and commit to it, the battle continues. And even once you commit to the side, the enemy is still going to try. So, discernment is a big one, okay? Perhaps we should simply live by intuition without clinging so tightly to idea. Well, this is the whole point. Yes. Listen, like I said, anybody who knows me can tell you, I don't give a damn what you're talking about, okay? You could be sitting right here next to me. If spirit does not confirm, if I do not feel from spirit, I'm not going. I'm not listening to no man, to no idea from a man when I got spirit, when I can direct. Again, why would you be listening to man when you got a direct link to your creator, to the source, when you are? Mm-mm. Hell is why. Hell is why I ain't got no friends. That's why I don't have any friends. You know, I was just telling Spirit yesterday, why did you wake me up this woke? Hell, because it's hard to be around in certain places and spaces because you see through everything is and I don't want none of this poison on me and none of that here. So no, absolutely not. So like I said, I spend a lot of time by myself. The majority of my time but I'm not by myself. That's the other thing, though. I'm never alone. But I cannot do what the people are doing. I don't relate. So that's the other problem. I don't relate. Well, you're not gonna get a reaction out of me, right? I'm a responder. I'm not a reactor. I don't believe in problems. I don't really believe in right and wrong when it comes to certain things. You see what I'm saying? So everything about me is just, and so, well, no, I'd rather not even put myself in those types of situations. I'm whole by myself, so. Besides, I think that would have been an act of humility. Oh my God, such a beautiful act, though. I'm telling you, man, just mm, 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 mm. I've heard it's very mystical up there. Up where? I do already, sis. Believe, do lie in it. We just gotta know the invisible source. Well, then that's the thing. You absolutely have to know what source you tapped in, because you have to understand, right? The devil knows how to looks like the light. The darkness knows how to present itself as the light. One thing also that I absolutely understood, and that's something that Spirit taught me, was sometimes Spirit, despite how high you are or how high you're vibrating, Spirit will take you down to a lower vibration on purpose, because there's something there for you to do. Okay, so understand that as well. Okay. Man, so Spirit just showed me like a dark place, and like a person like marching through this dark place with like this pack on, like this pack on or whatever, and like going in this place into this darkness, right? And like I said, you go into that darkness on purpose because you coming in there to save some souls here. Your light is in a pack, but the light has to be you got me going so fast here. Let me slow down. But the light has to be concealed, right? You can't go in the light because you wouldn't get in to that space. So you have to go in. I'm trying to get the word here. Slow me down. What is the word? What is it called when camouflage? So sometimes Spirit will absolutely send you into dark places on purpose. But to have that understanding is needed so that when you get into this dark space, you don't go back you hold your light. Because that's another part of the test as well, right? Spirit is always going to test you. Because again, it's levels to this shit. I tell you that all the time. And once you complete one level, you have to go to the next. This is why life is like a game. And if you don't complete that level, then sometimes what happens? You got to go all the way back to the beginning and start over because you knew better. Like I just said here earlier here. You knew better, but you chose the decision. which resulted in that experience. But you absolutely knew better, right? And so I forgot what I was saying here. But that's what spirit just showed me. So again, have that understanding, right? So sometimes you're lowered, your vibration is lowered on purpose. Physical, yeah. Spirit. As above, so below, as within, so without. Period. Harriet Tubman type shit. All right. I just thought about that. So this is let me tell you about this, because this is a new thing for me. These how I'm getting these downloads here. Like, let me tell y'all what happened to me the other day. Like, I was at a funeral, right? This was last week. I was at a funeral, right? And I'm sitting there, and the next damn thing that's what I can't do nothing to tell you how it happened to me. I'm sitting there at this funeral here, and the next thing I just feel wings come out my back, and I'm flying around this damn church. You hear me? And I'm like, oh, the fuck. This is funny that I just thinking about it. I've not told this story. But I was sitting there like, what the fuck is happening here? But this is so amazing. But what is going on here, God? Am I an angel, God? Is it an eagle, God? What is going on here? And I'm just flying. You hear me? Listen, I cannot make this up here. And I'm just flapping around. Do you hear me? And I can just feel like the wind. That's what's, oh, God, you getting me here. Oh, Jesus. I could just feel the wind from them damn wings. You hear me? And, because look, let me go, okay? I have totally surrendered. I don't know what the hell I'm about to look like or do here. I don't give a damn. Spirit is working, and we're going to let it go. And I could just feel that wind. You hear me? Because that's how I feel. That flapping. But it was like so... I mean, I just remember the beauty and oh God, just thinking about it just immediately takes me back to that place, right? And like I said, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing, God. What am I doing up here? We've not, you look, this is new, God. We've not done anything like this here before. Do I get to do this here now? What does this mean, right? And all these things, right? And so this is happening. And then, boom, I went back to my body. And I remember opening them eyes here. Because, like I said, because I'm not going to lie to you, I was already within myself. And so I remember opening my eyes very slowly because I just could not understand here what the fuck had just happened, right? And so, but I'm sitting there now. I'm not going to lie. I am sitting there like, oh my God, that was the most amazing thing. I mean, I was just, and the next thing that happened was the lady got up there and sung a song. Don't make me go get this program for this funeral off this call. The lady got this. Did you ever know that you was my hero? All I remembered was when she said the wind beneath the damn wind in my wings here. I was just up there within the wind with the wings. Do you see what I'm saying here? Oh, God. And so something else that I have been experiencing here, I said all that to say this. I have been experiencing the most beautiful downloads here and things like this in this situation here. This is new to me. I've not reached this, a new level for me. And I also just realized that I channel. I did not know that I was able to channel, and I'm channeling here now. And like I said, these gifts are new to me. Well, I'm not gonna say they new, right? Because we all got them, but they became activated here. And so this past week or so, oh my God, oh, I'm salivating at the mouth. It made my mouth water here. Listen. I have had the most beautiful week here with spirit that I have ever had. This is one of my favorite weeks. Now, I'm not even going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. One of my favorite weeks here. Yes, you got to get into that sixth sense. Okay, Angel, I got your wings. You better fly. Listen. The wings. Listen, you know I said butterfly. Metamorphosis and wings. Again, it meant so many. Oh. Then another thing that I've also been trying to do, because I absolutely know and am aware of my quantum shift here, and I don't live right here. You see me right here, but I'm sitting in my mansion. Okay, in my office. I could tell, baby, I go there. I could tell you everything. But like I'm saying though, so anyway, I've been trying to keep a real time journal, like every experience, every little you hear me? Every little thing here. And well, I have been moving so quick, I can't keep up with myself. And to even try, Spirit told me yesterday, you don't have to write everything down. You just make sure because see, we got that file. Oh shit, don't get me started. You know, they talk about the Akashic records and all this stuff here. Put it in the files. Put it in your cabinet. So that's what I've been doing. I've not been able to write. My last entry was January the 7th. I don't even know what the hell today is, but listen. Man, like I am just mind blown. Oh, I'm salivating again. Not old taste and see. Ah! You are really doing me today. I love this for us. Not old taste and see. Where's what I keep trying to tell you here? I knew that I was going to be here with you before I got here with you. Look, let me show y'all. Look, I can't do this right now. Spirit, why are we? Oh, see, Spirit is taking me so for this is what happens when you, shit, I had a little control here earlier. I ain't got none there. That's all I can say. I have completely lost control. Okay? I have completely lost control. I'm salivating at the mouth. Oh my God, hold on. I just want to show you one thing. I'm not even finished this lesson yet here. Where are we? What number are we on? Oh God, I don't even know. Let me just see if I can find this. I'm going to try to find this and show you this and move on because I feel like Spirit got me in a choice. This is so funny. All these little analogies and little visions I keep getting. This is so fun. Spirit just showed me like this. Like I'm in a chokehold. Like we're not going. Anyway. Okay, listen. I'm going to hold on. And this is the beautiful part because I've everything is dated. Do you hear me? I got receipts. I was not kidding around with this. Okay. Let's see. Going to hold on. That's the 40-day. Confused, cleaning. No, it's not enough. And I'm gonna find it because I don't have no choice now. God shows I have only seen because hold on. That's why. And this is the other thing about writing too. Why I keep telling you to write. Your higher self, God is talking to you. Spirit is talking to you. So a lot of times when you write, it's not you writing, it's Spirit. And so when you go back and read, listen, again, I'm telling you everything. You are everything. That's all I can say because I'm overwhelmed right now. I'm overwhelmed with fucking gratitude right now. Like if you knew what I was feeling right now, I'm overwhelmed, God. Look, there go the goosebumps. God, you are working it out today. I'm just, woo! Okay, let's see if this is it. Well, here we are. Well, maybe, look, I feel like I don't know why, I don't feel like I'm rushing. I don't want y'all to be waiting. But I guess I have to come back to it, but I'm going to have to find it. Hold on, wait, this might be it. I remember it being in red, though. I really remember it being in red. I know what I'm looking for. I know exactly what I'm looking for, but I want to show you. So what I'm looking for is Spirit had told me, like, you're going to be on social media. Like, I mean, it's in here. And I remember I'm like, social media. No, I'm not. Like, I do not like social media. I'm not a social media person. I don't give a shit about a trend or it's not my thing. Okay. And so, Spirit's like, well, I'm gonna give you influence through media. And I'm like, media? There's no way. And there's no way I'm gonna even be able to do that again, because it's not my thing. And specific little details about me even being here right now, I'll go back and look for it. But like I said, and I've dated everything. Like, everything has a date. Well, that's why I keep telling you, your Bible, this is my Bible. Everything in this book didn't came true. Everything in this book has, I go to slobbering again. Everything in this book has come true. Everything in this book that Jesus told me, God told me when I was not, she has become. She has it. And there's still things in here. So this, it's a mess here. I'm trying to show you this little page here, but see, this is this is my Bible. And what do Bibles look like? And so here it says 3/5. Let me see if y'all can see that. 3/5/2021. That's when my awakening began. And you know what? So I was doing something yesterday and I came across a little thing or whatever. And like I said, these things I get on here to speak about y'all about, like, these are like supposed, like, ancient secrets, right? Like mystic things. People were sent off to schools, like, to learn these things and stuff, like, and it was not available to everyone. Oh God, I'm not even gonna get that deep in. And so with that being said, I'm gonna put there. What was I about to say there? Make sure you're writing everything down, okay? I'm just going to say it like that. Write everything down. Keep dates on it, even if so. That way, that's your reference, man. This is your road guide. This is your inner instruction being revealed to you. You have to go in and get it. It's not going to come to you. You have to go within yourself and pull these things out. When you write, you're confirming to God that you hear, that you confirm, that you believe. When two or more agree on earth, it should be done in heaven, right? That's what that means. See, oh God, that's good. So Spirit just showed me this. So when it says two or more agreeing on earth, you worrying about the other man confirming. You worrying about another man being your witness. When God talked about two or more agreeing on heaven, God was talking about you and your higher self, you and God agreeing on earth, because this is what it is, and it will be done in heaven. You have to agree. You have to come into covenant with God to obtain the promises. What did we just hit on earlier? A promise is something that is for a later eventuality, something that is absolutely going to happen. But later, keyword later. You got time to become this person. It's not too late. When you wake up, that is your time. Make sure you take it, though. Okay? Make sure that you take it. Make sure you take it. You saw heaven on that's the thing. Heaven is on earth. Why the fuck? Sorry. Why? Stop cursing me. Why would you want to why would you want to go to heaven when you die? So you want to live in hell and then go to heaven? That is backwards. This is why. But see, the whole thing has been presented to you backwards. Because first of all, when a person is born, you are supposed to cry. And when a person dies, you are supposed to celebrate. You are crying because they are coming into this hellhole. A lot of things are out of their control. They absolutely have no control over. So whether they're able to wake up and tap into their free will or not at some point in their life is up for gamble. And 9 times out of 10, they're betting on no. The bet is on no. The bet is on the darkness. The bet is on you staying in sleep. The bed is not on you waking up. And the world is designed to keep you in that sleepwalking state. What do you think a sleepwalker is? What do you think a zombie is? My God. They doing it in your face, but it's been presented to you as normal, and so you accept it. You don't question anything at all. I don't go out there. Look, just think about it. No, I don't want to be out there. So anyway, that's that. Now, the next step is going to be solid. Oh, hold on. Let me finish this here. So when, like I said, somebody is born, you cry hard. The way they be at the funeral, that's what you ought to be doing when that baby come in that room. And when somebody transitions, dies in your language, this is when you should be celebrating. They are going home. They are returning to wholeness. They are returning to fullness. They are returning to peace, to happiness. To be in this world is to be in long suffering. To be in hell, to be in distress is to be in the world. So, yes, you are meant to experience heaven on earth. The only way to experience heaven on earth is to, again, understand there is a universe inside of you right now. Okay. Now, we got two more here. Number 6 is going to be distillation. Okay, this is where distillation. I'm sorry, I'm talking about distillation. I'm making up words. Distillation. And this is sitting in solitude, which allows more time for, I'm going to call it reinforcement. This is the kind of, the final ceiling on the new self, right? This is making sure that you are going to be able to hold this vibration, okay? So this is where you're going to achieve awareness and reach your inner peace because you have attained that essential wisdom. Remember, to be alchemized is to go in and go from lead to gold. That means to go from the unknowing to the knowing in this situation, to go from the negative to the positive in this situation. Okay? And that distillation, why can I not say this word? You know how distilled alcohol has a distillery? Same thing applies to life, right? So this is that phase. Okay? And last but not least, you got the coagulation phase. And what is coagulation? When something coagulates, right? Like blood, like you bleed and the blood starts to coagulate. What does coagulate mean? Coming together. This is where everything begins to come one. That is the last phase. That is the last stage of what we talking about here? The spiritual alchemy. It's coagulation. Everything comes together. Because this why can I not say this word? It won't happen. The part where you being distilled, I'm going to have to say it like that because this word would not come through my wave right now. That part where you being distilled, though, that, like I said, that's going to be that last part of you sitting in this decision now and your new self, right? This is the commitment part. And now everything has come together in this last phase of coagulation. You have now become a unified whole. Everything that you just had to reframe, right? And redo and alchemize and transmute is now has become one whole complete thing. Now, like I said, hold on, let me see let me finish reading this first, make sure I'm done here. So amazing this state is what? And so the key to alchemy And this state is embodying the essence of it before it happens. Remember, change happens through assumption first. You have to assume it, which means you have to hold it despite, no matter what, before you see it. And that assumption leads to that shift in identity, because remember, change is an identity. It's a shift, a paradigm shift, a quantum leap, going into your higher self, to being born again. It's a shift. It's you no longer, it's you allowing your old self to die so the new man can walk, can move, can function. Now the new man now controls the vessel. The spirit has been successfully able to connect with the soul, because remember, whatever controls the soul controls the man. This is why you absolutely want to be aware of what spirit you're operating out of at all times. Okay? So that's it. We're done. That is your 7 beautiful steps to alchemy. Yeah, spiritual alchemy. So listen, I love you. I'm going to see you later. I hope something absolutely, something absolutely woke up here in your spirit. If you need more, if you want more, you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram. God, let me get this right. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube here. And then I have my website now. My website is posted in all my bios on all my pages. I also have it posted here up in my posts on YouTube. I am now accepting clients for one-on-ones. If that is something you're interested in, absolutely feel free to go to the website and book a session. I would absolutely love to continue your journey with you. It would be my pleasure. Are you kidding me? And so that's it. That's all I got. I'm proud of you. I'm going to see you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. But what I want you to make sure you absolutely do for the rest of your day. Bye-bye.